Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing a video on my what solds for last weekend, which is November 3rd through the 5th. My weekend sales were okay and I'm just going to keep plodding along. I've got tons to get listed. We are going through the bins, bags from the St. Louis stuff that we picked up in October. I'm going to go through a bunch of it this week because I really want to get as much of it listed this month as I possibly can and as quickly in this month as I can. So we're just going to make a whole bunch of videos so that I can get this stuff processed. Busy week for me. My sister was visiting me this past week, so I didn't get a whole lot done. I think there was even one day I did not list anything, and that is like a first for me in forever. But we had so much fun. I took her to the Goodwill bins yesterday. She left this morning, and that was an experience for her. And we went to a Mennonite store and picked up some stuff and went some Christmas shopping and walks and just, enjoying our time. It's probably been at least 8 years since we had seen each other. So it was such a fun week. Such a fun week. I'm trying to coax her into retiring from her job and moving back here, so we could just, enjoy each other's company, because I've come to the conclusion in life I need to slow down. I need to start enjoying life while our health is intact. You know what I mean? It's, I have worked very hard these last 20 some years to support my family, because even just the last 10 years or so, this has been our primary income. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But it's time. It's time, y'all. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. We were able to pay off our mortgage this year, which really decreases, the financial burden of, making a living. So, at this point, I'm ready to start, for Robert and I to start doing some trips together, just spending more time and working less. I mean, the work's never going to end. I will probably do eBay forever. It's just kind of time to step back a little, just step back. We're going to still be processing a lot of stuff because I enjoy those trips. And I feel if I'm buying the stuff, it's going to get listed. Now, some of it might be for Whatnot. Some of it is going to be for eBay. But it's going to get listed and sold. So, just food for thought. Food for thought. Right, here's my Whatnot stuff for tonight. Action figures. So, I think Robert's going to put this video out tonight. Maybe I'll try to get him to release it early. So, if you're watching this before 6 p.m. Eastern Time, jump on over to Whatnot. Join in the chat. Don't have to spend any money. Just keep us company. All right, let's get to this. Beanies. Beanies. First thing on here. I had a couple of sales on Poshmark. Not on Mercari. I give up. Hands in the air. Surrender. Surrender. I'm not sure what's wrong with that platform, or what am I doing wrong, but I give up. Give up. But for Poshmark, these tie beanie classics, Ida Hedgehog 6-inch and 9-inch size, sold for $13. Holiday Home Christmas Village Church, vintage Walmart, sold for $16. This is little, 8-inch, but it was in its original box. Thomas the Train, wooden train lot of 3, sold for $18 on Poshmark. And this, Kelly Toy Squishmallows Hank the Hippo, 17-inch size, sold for $22. Now eBay. If you're new to my channel, everything I list starts on eBay, and then I do use a List Perfectly to cross-list to other platforms, primarily Poshmark and Etsy and Mercari. But Etsy's going to go away next year, and possibly I may just stop focusing any cross-listing to Mercari. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep at it. Who knows? But also, I do not offer free shipping, so anytime I say something sold for $40 like this item, the buyer did pay extra for shipping. All right, this first item I picked up at a church yard sale. I think everything that day I paid was like $1 each. This is Mattel Magic Nursery Pets Dog Plush from 1990. Sold on best offer for $40. Little People. I love Fisher-Price Little People. This is one of the Santa Claus figures. This one figure sold for $8.02. It's typical of selling these Christmas. I think I've got another one of the Christmas ones because this time of year people are starting to get out their Little People's sets to decorate with, and they may find that they've missed this one, or they have twins and they need 2 of them or anything like that, so they start looking for them. I think I've got my children's little nativity one back there. I've stopped putting it out, but I'm hoping when I am able to set up my studio upstairs at some point where we'll start recording upstairs, then I may go ahead and set it out, especially at Christmas time. Knott's Berry Farm Bear Plush by Best Ever, sold for $19.36. Tycho Sesame Street. I think in one of my recent hauls, I had a Grover, and I talked about putting some of those in small lots because they normally sell for like $5 to $8, but this is one of the ones that does sell for more. I think there's another one, Hairy Monster, and maybe Prairie Dawn are some of the ones that do better than the $5 to $8. This Telly Monster sold for $13.45. Flurryville Snowmen. I must have picked them up at an estate sale, maybe a yard sale. I don't remember. I don't think they've been listed very long. And I took a best offer of $12 for the 2 of them. I'm all about moving out. Christmas, winter, basically Thanksgiving, Halloween, and any old inventory. If I get an offer that even seems reasonable, I'm going to go ahead and accept it. Cloud Island Large Rabbit Lovey. This one was 29 by 30 inches. I just showed this recently in a haul video. Not sure if it was a bins pickup. Can't remember. I go through we do so many videos on yard sales and estate sales and the bin stuff that sometimes it gets all jumbled in my mind. This particular one sold for $38. Main Joy. That's a brand I don't talk about very often, but it is older vintage, and I just did a haul video right before I did this video, and there were like 3 or 4 things in there that's Main Joy. I don't find it a whole lot, but it's usually nice quality and just cute. But this white gorilla sold for $15. Abeka, this is from the bulk lot that Robert picked up for $45 for a tote of it. These language arts sets sold for $60. Madame Alexander France doll. I went to a yard sale, an estate sale where all of the plush on half price day was $1. All the dolls were $2. They had quite a few of these Madame Alexander dolls. And when I was picking up a whole bunch of other dolls in plush, one of the people that work for the estate sale company told me if I wanted to take all of them for, I want to say $20, and it was probably a dozen or so of them, that she would let me go ahead and take them. So I took them all. They are slow sellers, but for the most part, I've been getting like $8 to $12 for all of them. This particular one sold for $11.66. Hosang Chimp Pilot Hand Puppet. This chimp it comes in this particular brand as a plush. Sometimes it's in a baby outfit. Sometimes it's in other outfits. And then it also is a hand puppet at times. This one was dressed up like a pilot. It sold for $16. Christmas ornaments. I tend to pick them up at the bins whenever I find them. So I don't pay a whole lot for them. And they're usually bread and butter. This is a Taz Christmas ornament from 1996. Sold for $7.25. Grove International String Puppet. I think in my custom SKU, started this year, I start writing what month that I listed in. I think this got listed in like February or March. I can't remember where I picked it up from though. Maybe an estate sale. But this string puppet sold for $24.26. Aurora black and white cat plush, 12-inch size. For me, I tend to measure my plush from like the top of the head to the bottoms of the legs. Some people measure them, you know, from the nose to the bottom of the bottom. But I tend to always have a picture of how I'm measuring it in my listings to explain how I came up with the 12-inch. This particular one sold for $15. Here's another one of the Christmas Little People. This one came from the Winter Wonderland, I think, series. This little boy and then the hot chocolate stand sold for $13.45. I thought this was going to be worth a whole lot more. This is Animal Fair. There is a series of Animal Fair plush featured around a dog named Henry. I just assumed he sells for a lot. Sometimes $50, $60, $100 depending on his size. I was hoping that this was also going to be high dollar, but it ended up not being. It is a lion plush from, I guess, like a Harris Bank series. Larger, 26-inch. It sold for $20.21. It's funny, I bought these 2 years ago. I sold some of the blow mold turkeys last year, and then I had two or three sets that have all sold out now for this year. These were just little mini plastic baskets, but made out kind of like that blow mold plastic. This one sold for $14. I just picked these up at my favorite little estate sale. Can't remember how much I paid for it. I want to say $5 for all of it. It ended up being 2 viewers and 32 reels, and it sold for $44.95. I think it was an international sale also, so it went through eBay international shipping. This is a tapestry I picked up at a yard sale. It's been a couple of years. It needed to find the right person because it does have the Fireman's Prayer shield on it. It sold for $20.17. Clarks. I sell a lot of Clarks. We pick them up for $1 or $2 oftentimes at yard sales and estate sales, and they sell usually 15 to 20. This particular pair sold for $13.45. Mr. Christmas. This was kind of a more modern Christmas tree. It wasn't the ones that sell for a whole lot. It's actually LED. Had a couple of condition issues. Still finally sold for $24.22. Geotracks. Starting to sell a few different ones. Lots of them. I just sold the tracks in the last video I did. This is one of the gas station building pieces. Sold for $8.96. Little People. This is from the lot of the vintage Fisher Price Little People that I picked up at the Highway 127 sale. I'm down to not very much left of it. This big bird sold for $7. Bubba 34-ounce insulated travel mug. Robert picked up 3 of these at, I want to say, a yard sale for like 50 cents each. I've only listed this one. The other 2 kind of got shuffled and hidden. One Robert was going to keep. The other one I just actually found this morning, and I'm going to get it listed. But this gray one sold for $13.45. I have a typo in this one. Celadon is a trucking company, not tracking, plush, 19 inches long. I guess it went out of business. Somebody left me a comment when I showed it in a haul. It sold for $26.95. Cuddlewit, I like that brand. Especially the older vintage stuff. This was a brown dog with a Christmas bow. Sold for $28.27. Folkmanis King Hand Puppet 12-inch sold for $9. This is from the Christmas glass ornament lot that I picked up at a church sale. I paid $10 for a box of them. I've sold several out of it already, and then I've also sold this Santa face for $10. Cut from the cloth women's jeans sold for $15. This is a Littlest Pet Shop. I think this is one of the cats that was in the bag of stuff that I picked up when we were down visiting TN Pickers. It had some Littlest Pet Shop in it. It had VeggieTales in it. It had all of those Pixel Chicks that did really, really well for me. But the thing with the Littlest Pet Shops, always make sure you Google Lens. It will tell you what the number is for that pet, and then you can go into the comps and figure out what they are. A lot of the cats and dogs do well selling them individually, but the rest of them I tend to put in small lots. I have a tote full I need to get to that is not cats and dogs, but this cat was number 72 and it sold for $14. Y'all, this pageant slip, I have had probably 10 to 20, 15 to 20 offers on it, always for about $10 to $20, always from Portland, Oregon, always. And then every time I would end and sell similar, it would start again. So every month I'd keep getting the same offers. Well, finally, somebody bought it at full sale price, $31.45, and guess where it's going? Portland, Oregon. So I'm assuming, I know that that's a hub for freight forwarding companies, but finally I guess somebody gave up trying to give me $20 offers on this item. So definitely, if you find little girl pageant slips, especially when it has all the ruffles, and I don't even know what that stuff's called because I have 6 boys. Never got into pageant stuff. But it just makes the dress poofy. I know I sound ridiculous, but definitely keep your eyes out for them. And this brand was Shirey, S-H-I-R-E-Y. I think in my last What Sold, I was showing you guys some of this that has already sold. This is Heller Massimo, like plastic dishware. And I found like purple plates and bowls, pink and purple, and 1 coffee mug. The coffee mug, I thought I saw 2 when I bought it. Well, I never have found the second one. So I finally listed it like in the last week, and it sold almost immediately. This person bought 1 cereal bowl and the 1 coffee mug, and they paid, right here, let me move that, $30.45 for the 2 of them. Inter-American Products from 2021. This is a blue bunny rabbit, sold for $16.12. This has taken a while. I picked this up probably 2 years ago. Space Racers Eagle Cadet. I've never watched the cartoon. It was from 2018. Just had to wait for the right buyer. Sold for $37.99. And last but not least, I didn't shuffle these to put the best sales at the end, y'all. But I showed this recently in a haul. It is from Pure One Imports. It was a bear plush. I washed it and it still left a little stain on it. So I just kind of picked a low price and got it almost very quickly an $8 offer on it. So I went ahead and accepted the offer. All right, y'all, I've got lots of work. Like I said, I just did a haul video this morning, so I'm going to try to get all that stuff sorted right now and start getting it listed. I plan on doing quite a few this week, quite a few, just to get them done so I can get them listed, because right now is prime time to get anything listed that you're hoping will sell for the Christmas holiday. I'm seeing a lot more sales in the last few days, so fingers crossed, y'all. Everybody, fingers crossed. All right, get to work. Bye.